All right, good morning from Pittsburgh. It's TeamStrub Day 75. We're 3/4 of the way home, and I'm here at Frick Park with Lauryn.
Hello.
So, Lauryn, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Lauryn, why don't you introduce yourself and tell us what you do?
Sure. I'm Lauryn Statler. I'm the online engagement coordinator with the Pittsburgh Parks Conservancy.
Great, perfect, great interview. Thank you very much. Lauryn, what is the conservancy?
The Pittsburgh Parks Conservancy is a nonprofit organization. We've been around for about 19 or so years, and we started out in some of the 4 major parks in Pittsburgh: Shenley, Riverview, Frick, and Highland. And we've since expanded to some of the community parks within Pittsburgh. And we work to improve the quality of life for the people of Pittsburgh by restoring the park system to excellence. And we do that with the city and with the community.
Great, great. How many parks do you guys have your hands in, I guess?
Well, we started with the 4 major ones, like I said, and we've since expanded to a number of the community ones, as well as some spaces such as Shenley Plaza and Mellon Square downtown. I'm not sure if you got a chance to see that, but we're also working in spaces like Arsenal Park, Cliffside Park, McKinley Park, so a number of the community parks around the city.
Great. How many staff members are involved in the organization?
We have about 25, and then we also have some seasonal educators, such as some behind me who work with our summer camps and our school students.
Okay, great. And we're in Frick Park. Is this sort of the cornerstone park here in Pittsburgh? Or?
It's the biggest regional park, yes. But we also have Shenley, Highland, and Riverview. So Frick is a little over 500 acres, so it's the biggest one by far.
Okay, cool, cool. Talk about the organization's relationship with the city. So you're not a city employee.
Yes. So we are an independent nonprofit, but we have this really special relationship, a private-public partnership with the city. So the city does a lot of fantastic work to maintain the parks and run programming and swimming pools and playgrounds and all that good stuff. And we work alongside them to do restoration work of some of the capital areas within the park. We do our own education programs. We also have volunteer programs that we work with. So we're really lucky because we work so much with the community, but we also work within the park really closely.
Do you do programming that is specific to youth?
Yes. They just left, but they were,
okay.
they were behind. We have summer camps for kids ages 3 up through high school, and then we also work with students throughout the school year that are anywhere from 1st grade up through senior year of high school.
Great, great. Talk about the project that we're going to get a chance to work on tonight. What sort of, what will I get a chance to do later?
You are going to be pulling some invasive plants this evening.
Okay.
Which is a lot of work, and it's something that we have volunteers doing really consistently, as well as some of those school programs. So pulling plants out of the park that can quickly take over and change the makeup of the park is important, and it makes the park healthier, and it's a lot of work for our staff and for city staff to do. So it's super important to have as many volunteers as we do. We work with thousands of folks from across the community every year. We also do that as kind of a teaching opportunity for all ages of youth. So we do classroom education, and then we also take them out to the park to do restoration work like that. So they'll pull invasive plants, they'll plant trees, they'll do stream restoration. So it's kind of a piece of both the education and the restoration of the park.
Great. And you mentioned you've been doing some volunteer coordination lately.
Yes.
How many volunteers are we talking in Pittsburgh? You mentioned a few zeros there a moment ago.
Yeah, every year we work with at least 1,500, and That's not including our school students who are also doing some restoration work in the parks.
Could you use more volunteers?
We could use more volunteers.
Yes? Okay.
We could use a lot of volunteers that come consistently, because people love coming out for one-day events. We really appreciate when they come back often, and then they really get to know the work and they get to know the park.
Where can people learn more about these volunteer opportunities?
They can go to pittsburghparks.org.
pittsburghparks.org.
And
okay.
pittsburghparks.org
Don't be shy.
volunteer days.
Okay, there you go. You do a lot of social media work as well.
I do. Mm-hmm.
Talk about how your organization uses social media to get the word out. How has that worked for you?
We talk about everything from the frogs that live in the park up through the education programs that we do, the history. We cover all sorts of topics. We love being in the city because Pittsburgh is so like Pittsburgh focused, and the parks are all over the place. So everybody gets to kind of have their piece of everybody has like their neighborhood park that they go to all the time. So we try to cover all the bases of where we're working.
So where can people see your social media work? What channels are we looking at?
Everything is pretty much under Pittsburgh Parks. So we're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, we have a blog, Instagram, Flickr, any venue other than Snapchat.
And we're working on
Sorry.
Snapchat.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You're born and raised in Pittsburgh.
I'm born and raised in Pittsburgh.
And graduated from Pitt?
Yes, yes.
What'd you study?
I went for environmental studies. And
okay, not surprising.
Yeah. This lends well to that.
Okay. So this is sort of the dream job then?
Yeah. This is a normal day. Coming out and
meeting a guy who's visiting 50 states in 100 days,
yeah.
right? Okay.
Getting to go to a volunteer day, spending some time with our summer camp kids, getting to like tweet pictures of cool things that I see in the park all the time.
Could be worse, right?
Yeah.
Why do you do what you do?
I really believe in our mission. The parks here are, I think, what makes Pittsburgh really amazing. And without a lot of the work that the city does and a lot of work that we've done, they wouldn't be in the state that they're in. So it's important to always tell people that like it takes a lot of work to keep them this way, and just to go out and enjoy it whenever you can.
Yeah, and it is a lot of work, a big staff. Where does some of the funding come from?
We have a really amazing philanthropic community in Pittsburgh. So we get a lot of money from local sources as well as state and federal. And we also have some membership base that contributes significantly.
And do you feel like the organization's relationship with the city, you mentioned before we turned the camera on, it's sort of atypical, but it works well?
Yeah, we started originally with a group of folks who were just concerned about Shenley Park, which is another major park in Pittsburgh. And they approached the city, they said, we want to start taking care of this park, like really taking responsibility for this park. And the city proposed that expanded to all 4 of the major parks. So it was originally a community run or community pushed organization, and the drive for that really meshed well with the city. So from the beginning we've been working closely as partners with the city of Pittsburgh, which I think is pretty atypical for a lot of places.
Great, great. So other than the parks situation, what do we love about life in Pittsburgh?
Ooh, there's so much to love. There's so many lists that come out. I am a big biker, like I mentioned. I love biking through Pittsburgh. The parks have some really awesome trails. The art scene in Pittsburgh is really surprisingly awesome. I don't think a lot of people know, other than the Warhol and the Mattress Factory. There's a really cool art scene here. Yeah, I guess we have sports. Yeah.
Sports?
There's some sports teams here.
Yeah, the black and yellow team, they throw the football around.
Yeah.
Some people are into it a little bit, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is probably the coolest season in the city. Summer, there's so much free stuff happening and everybody's outside.
Have you had any support from some of those major sports teams? I know you got Andrew McCutcheon, you got Mike Tomlin, you got Antonio Brown, so many big time, players here.
Yeah. Well, actually, the Tomlins are big supporters of our annual fundraiser. Kia
Gotcha.
was our MC this year for that fundraiser. I know we had the Pirate Parrot planting some trees a little while ago.
Cool.
Yeah, I think everybody supports each other really well in the city.
So this is a tremendous community, and
Yeah.
really, really glad to be back here in Pittsburgh.
Thanks for visiting us again.
Yeah, no, this is a beautiful place, and I'm excited to get my hands dirty tonight and maybe bring some emerald ash borers back around the rest of the country. No, I'm just kidding. No, maybe we won't do that. Fantastic. So one more time, your website where people can learn more about what you're doing?
We're at pittsburghparks.org.
pittsburghparks.org.
It's really easy.
Lauren, thank you so much
Thank
for taking
you.
the time this morning. Very
Thank
nice to meet you. And we'll have some more with Lauren on the Snapchats here in just a moment at Strub.
Cool.